People think a soulmate is your perfect fit, and that's what everyone wants. But a true soulmate is a mirror, the person who shows you everything that is holding you back, the person who brings you to your own attention so you can change your life. Psychology says the best things in life are usually found when you are not looking for them. Constantly dreaming about someone may indicate that they're actually missing and/or thinking about you a lot. Hypopituitarism is a rare disease that doesn't allow a person to feel love. Smiles have been proven to be more attractive on a woman's face than makeup. It is possible to die from a broken heart. It is called stress cardiomyopathy. Lack of sleep makes it difficult to control emotions, which is why people are more likely to cry or laugh uncontrollably at night. Empathy is the ability to recognize other people's emotions. Psychopaths generally take advantage of this. Psychology says, the more loving you are, the more painful it feels when a person fails to realize how much you care for them. Your emotions control the intensity of how much pain you actually experience. Psychology says, being able to instantly respond with sarcasm within seconds of a stupid question is a sign of a healthy brain. Phobias may be memories passed down through generations in DNA, according to a new research. Psychology says, people usually leave because it's easier than working things out. People lie because sometimes it's easier than being honest. When a person cries and the first drop of tears comes from the right eye, it's from happiness. But when the first roll is from the left, it is pain. Psychology says, being angry and bitter destroys you mentally, lowers your IQ, and can literally shorten your life. Studies show that if you announce your goals to others, you are less likely to make them happen because you lose motivation. Psychology says, the person on your mind while you're unable to sleep is usually responsible for your happiness, pain, or both. A study concluded that spending money on others yields more happiness than spending it on yourself. Psychology says, kissing causes a chemical reaction in the brain which lowers a woman's risk of suffering from depression. Your mind rewrites monotonous speech of boring people to make it sound more interesting. Psychology says, we seem to ignore the ones who adore us and pay more attention to those who ignore us. Your favorite song is probably your favorite because you associate it with an emotional event in your life. Psychology says, the saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies, it comes from those you trust the most. According to studies, spending your money the key to happiness is on experiences rather than possessions. Psychology says, couples who spend at least 10 minutes a day laughing together are more likely to have a stronger relationship. Psychology says, if you aren't happy single, you won't be happy taken. Happiness comes from within, not from people. Psychology says, your mind can sense someone staring at you even while asleep. which explains why you randomly wake up during the night. You can't multitask because your brain can only focus on one higher level function at a time. Psychology says, if you have someone in your life that is abusive or causes you pain, don't try and reform them. Just block them out of your life. Spending money on experience instead of stuff also makes you happier. Psychology says, KKK is the worst, most annoying, most irritating, aggravating response ever. 60% of people fear that they care about a person way more than that person cares about them. Psychology says, men tend to forget but never forgive. Women forgive but never forget. 98% of the time, when someone says they have to ask you a question, you think of all the bad things you've done recently. Psychology says, people who hide their feelings usually care the most. Marry someone who understands that you need to be alone sometimes. These types of marriages last longer. Psychology says, sometimes you just say, I'm fine, because it's difficult to find someone who actually cares. Being sarcastic on a regular basis can add up to 3 years to your life. Sarcasm is extremely healthy for the mind. Psychology says, spending a great amount of time with someone can literally cause you to pick up their habits. When your mood goes from happy to sad, most of the time it's because you're missing someone. Psychology says, one of the best ways to measure people is to watch the way they behave when something free is offered. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies, it comes from those you trust the most. Psychology says, when you're ignored by someone whose attention means the most to you, the reaction in the brain is similar to physical pain. Sometimes silence is the most powerful scream and indication of something being terribly wrong. Psychology says, if your dog gets out, don't chase it. Instead, lie on the ground and pretend you're hurt. It will come back to see if you're okay. Researchers say that you can fool your mind into thinking you are happy and smiling if you put a pen in between your teeth. This is smile therapy. Psychology says women with higher IQs have a harder time finding a mate. Intelligent women would rather remain single than be with the wrong person. Being able to instantly respond with sarcasm within seconds of a stupid question is a sign of a healthy brain. Psychology says unexpected text messages from the person you care about can have a positive effect on your body and instantly improve your mood. People who understand sarcasm well are often good at reading people's mind. Psychology says sometimes people who are thousands of miles away can make ones right beside you. You feel better than the. When someone always in your mind without any communication, it means they also thinks. A study found that ignorant people are more likely to believe they're brilliant while intelligent people underestimate their abilities. Psychology says laughter increases both physical and emotional pain tolerance. Overall, laughing more literally makes you a stronger person. 81% of people use music as an escape from all the negative things in their life. Psychology says happiness is found when you stop comparing yourself to other people. Being nice to someone you dislike doesn't mean you're being fake. It means you're mature enough to tolerate that individual. Psychology says life becomes more meaningful when you realize the simple fact that you'll never get the same moment twice.